I did? What if I said? What if I looked?
Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Reverend Dr. Michelle Izukwu and Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time and rebroadcasts on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday morning. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
Are you on?
We're on! Good morning!
Good morning!
Hi!
Do we look different this morning?
Do we look better?
Do we look better?
Do we look blonder?
Blonder? Oh,
I'm just asking what we look. Yeah.
do we look better? Do we look better? We have a new camera, so that's why we're
We
asking. We can't see ourselves anymore, but you
which
can,
is-
so
yes.
maybe.
Which might be a little hard on me.
I know, I like making sure we're
I'm like,
in the frame.
Do I have anything on my teeth?
Oh,
Yeah. So it's, there we go. I'm trying to find us online here. So talk amongst yourselves
Talk
here.
amongst ourselves.
Tell them where
Well,
we're
guess
at.
where we are. Oh, well, just before I'm going to say, guess where we are. Look who's with us again this week. I'm so excited.
Of me?
Oh, no, I love it.
No, I'm finally
This time
on the
with
sofa.
Jeannie, I know.
Yes, I have to come back and be with my girl.
I know. I didn't want you guys to think that Deb and I don't know each other.
A little too well sometimes.
Right? So,
It's fun to have.
there we
you
are.
here.
There we are.
Yeah.
You're checking us.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, we love
Wait a minute. You
camera.
can see all my stuff over here. Well, just ignore that.
Okay, so
All
Deborah's
right.
here with us today, and Sisters in Spirit's gonna do a little song for the concert.
That's right.
That's this
Okay.
Thursday. So you don't have your tickets yet. You can still get those on our website at beginwithinministries.com under the events page. So make sure you get that taken care of, because if you're gonna go, you're gonna want a swag bag, and if I don't know you're coming, you might not get one.
And you know what? And
Let's
I
go.
want to put this out there right
Put it
now.
out
Oh,
there.
thank you.
Put it out there.
I want to put this out there that today, Cerise Patron is having her
Oh my
amazing
goodness.
first album release concert. Now, Cerise has made 5 albums, but this is her first time having an album release concert. So an amazing thing. Cerise is also giving away 2 tickets to the concert that is 4 days from now as well, that Cerise will be in.
Right.
So I would like to match that. If you go to Cerise's concert tonight, there will be 4 tickets instead of the 2 that she gave.
Wow.
There we go.
I'm over here.
Yeah,
Doing some good
so
stuff.
I would
I
like
love
Sofa
it.
Sundays will give away 2 more tickets at her concert
Love
tonight.
that.
So
Yeah.
promote our friends.
6 tickets.
6 tickets.
6 tickets.
Oh,
There you go.
Because I hear 8.
Abby's in the house. She's
Abby's
one
in
of
the
our
house.
spiritual
She's
church
going.
partners, and she just added 2 more tickets.
So there
Awesome.
you go.
This community.
So come to Cerise's concert. Starts at 4, New Vision Center. I do believe all VIP tickets have been
Those
sold.
are sold.
Yes.
They're sold. So it starts at 4 at New Vision Center, and everybody that attends will get a ticket. And you could win tickets for 2. So three people could win 2 tickets to go to see us in the Everything with Love concert.
Yes.
So
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
I got goosebumps.
Let me tell you how amazing this concert is. We've had a couple of rehearsals now. We just rehearsed yesterday, and every time it's like, that could have been the concert. Because
Yes.
Yeah.
it's so impactful, just our little rehearsal. So I can't even imagine how amazing it's going to be.
And-
We're all together, and you were all with us too.
And if you-
excited.
Looked on Facebook at all, my amazing partner has made videos showing you glimpses of what it is like
Mhm.
to be part of Sofa Sunday Sisters. So
Oh, is that what I love?
that's what
that.
that's what I've decided. I just make
All
stuff
right.
up.
I think we're gonna start a crew and a podcast. It's going
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much has happened from
There's
this
so much
concert,
creativity.
beyond what
Yeah.
we expected. So I love when we dream because we're dreaming this and it becomes this. I love that
You
how
know,
spirit works.
I have heard that if you let your love flow, that your dreams. I've heard that. I don't know where.
Yeah.
Maybe May 8th, I'll tell you. So please join us on May 8th at the Franciscan Renewal Center. The concert starts at 6:30, but 5:30, come on down,
Meet and greet the
do the little
artists
meet and greet,
Yeah, we're gonna have a
get
little
your seats.
sale, like a merchandise out there.
Yeah.
You can, all kinds
So
of stuff
come
going
see
on.
us, and you will be so glad you did.
Community.
Absolutely.
Connection, lots of love. Yeah.
And if you're wondering what you should do right now as you're sitting in bed watching us,
Are you in
if
bed?
you're
Are
in,
you
if
still in
it's
bed?
Sunday, if this is Monday night on New Thought Media Network, just stay there. But if it's Sunday and you live in Phoenix, please come on down to 7220 North 16th Street. We are located between Glendale and Northern in building A1. You'll know that because the girls are on the door.
That's right. This is the home of Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington's amazing work practice, her classes, her courses, all the stuff that she does in here. I know that you've been doing.
I've been doing, yeah. Evie is with me too. We're in the best year yet, and we are. We're having our best year yet.
I know. So yeah, you can check that out online at unleashyourlife.us to see what's going on in this building when we're not in it. Michelle's got all kinds of things happening, and she's our greatest mentor. I can't say enough about the effect that she's had on our lives through her work and her classes too, not to mention her friendship. But anyway, check that out, and you can also rent this amazing space. So
Yes.
lots on that website at unleashyourlife.us. And no, we don't get paid to plug that information. We just think you need to know. Yeah.
All right. Shall I pray us in?
Let's do it.
All right.
Can you add Ann Caldwell to that?
I absolutely will.
One of our
Thank you.
spiritual church club partners, dear friend Ann Caldwell, is in the hospital, and so we want to send a really
Lots of love.
Yes, so lots of love for
And
her
healing
and
energy.
healing, and yes, all the good stuff.
All right.
Good job.
So within the sound of this bowl, the sound of God, the tone of the divine, this place, this presence of love, knowing that there is only one heartbeat, one breath, one divine presence in, as, and through each and every person here and within the sound of my voice and beyond. So I speak my word into the law for the highest and best good of this time together, blessing and knowing that everything that needs to be said, discussed, received, and believed is already done in the mind of God. And I send blessings out to our dearly beloved Anne, knowing that and affirming that she is whole, healthy, and complete, as is her spirit, knowing that the divine manifestation that is Anne is already healthy, feeling whole, feeling the presence of the divine moving in, as, and through her. We affirm this and we know this to be the truth of Anne. And I send blessings to leaders and teachers of all faiths, all cities, counties, countries, buildings, whatever. The knowing that the divine in them is moving, is believing, is serving with love. That everything that is being done in our world is done with love. That we reach out with love. That we accept and affirm love, that we teach love, that we are love. And this I am so grateful for. I am grateful that this is already done in the mind of God. So I let it go. I let it go to grow and call it good. And together we say, and so it is.
That was beautiful. Thank you. I love your prayings. Awesome. All right. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
We have a new month, a new topic. This month's
It's gonna be May. You're welcome.
And she says she's not a singer.
I told her she said I can
Yeah,
tell, right?
yeah.
She's Mhm.
Yeah, I just had to throw in
I
my
love it.
little Justin Timberlake.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, that's yeah.
JT.
I
Yeah.
love her. All right. Well, this month is the month of mindfulness and presence. This sounds just like
Yeah.
Begin Within
There you go.
Ministries. Yes. And today's card says, "In this moment, I am fully present. In this moment, I am fully present." It just works for every moment. You just say
Every
this
moment.
all the time.
And I have been. Here's the thing. I must have known intuitively
Mhm.
what this day was, because I was telling Deb yesterday that it's been busy in my life, right? Work, concert, just in general.
Even if it's things you love.
Right.
it's
Oh,
still a lot.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Even when it's things you love.
Yeah.
When there's a lot going on, I have a tendency, I've talked about this before, of French fry in the eyeing it. And which means, to those who might not know, it means taking on everything at once and thinking about everything at once and overwhelming myself with everything that needs to be experienced.
Right.
So Friday, while this was happening, I said, no, wait. Where are your feet? Where are we? Because I am the divine we. And I check in and say, okay, today goes to my company because I'm at work. So this time period is about them and what I need to do with them. And as an employee of their company and the service I provide, right? And then that made everything else just push, not go away, just go to the shelf it needs to be on until it's time for its place in my life. So in this moment, I am fully present.
Love that. I love how you did that. Yes. I might be using that very, very quickly because sometimes you sit there and you are working on something, but there's so many different things, and multitasking is not the thing.
Right.
No,
It's
no,
not
it's
happening.
No, it's actually just changing from one
Yes.
task to another and then forgetting what you were doing anyway.
Exactly. And nothing gets done really well because you're just kind of running around. And you displace the present moment when you're doing that for all that overwhelm and the scrambling and all that stuff. And yeah. And then for me, it can just paralyze me, or it gets to the point where I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing, or nothing is effective anymore, But I do have a reading from this book that I love called The Miracle Minute. Have you guys ever seen this? You ever had it?
I have not.
It's by Mary Mann Morrissey.
Mm-hmm.
I attended something of hers. What was it, California or something? Weren't you there too? Trying to think. And she gave everybody. Where was it? Here?
Yeah.
And she gave everybody this book as a gift for being in that retreat or whatever it was. And I was like, oh, how lovely. And these are like little minute readings that are supposed to be read every day, something for your day. Just read one. And there's one called The Center. And I've told you that there's that song that I've been listening to, and it's the line I love. It says, my love is just a reminder, find your center. And I love that, find your center, find your center. And then she has a talk on this, or a reading on this called The Center. And it says, this morning is my meditation. In my meditation, I began to think about the word center. The word center is both a noun and a verb. There is a center within each one of us, there is a center within each one of us of perfect peace. There is a center inside each one of us. Jesus called it the kingdom, a center within where we have access to infinite knowledge and wisdom. There is a center within us where perfect guidance for our day can be found. There is a center within us of the experience of the companionship and the love and the healing and the forgiveness that is God's presence in our lives. To live from that center would bring a centering practice. So our centering practice is to stay awake to what's really true, to practice seeing God hiding in every person and in every situation, to use every single moment as an opportunity to see that this present moment is the curriculum for my soul to remember who I am, then presence that in my daily life. Today, may each of us find a deeper connection to the center within, which is God's presence. By the way we live our lives this day, may it be a centering practice in everything we do. And I love that. I like that understanding about this. There's a center within, and then the practice of centering, the centering presence. And that's what, in this moment, I'm fully present, is doing that practice of staying in our center in every moment.
Yesterday was World Labyrinth Day. And I helped with World Labyrinth Day over at New Vision Center. And generally, last year, I say generally, so this is my second year. Generally, I help with the finger labyrinth if there are people that are mobily unable to do the labyrinth. So there was none of those attending, so I got to walk the labyrinth as well. And with the labyrinth, when you were talking about finding the center or the centering, in the labyrinth, that's the point of a labyrinth, is to help you find the center.
Yeah.
And I should say, there's no wrong way to walk a labyrinth, but the meditative process of walking the labyrinth is to bring you back to center. So the first part of the walk is your release, and yesterday our intention at World Labyrinth Day was for peace and healing of the planet. And so you're releasing as you walk towards center. You're releasing anything that's standing in your way of your intention. And what I noticed, and Michelle and I have been to the largest North American labyrinth, is Unity's.
It's so beautiful.
And there's 150 people walking at once. And when that happens, you're crossing paths. People are coming out as you're going in, and this was happening at our labyrinth walk yesterday. And I noticed I was stepping aside so people could stay on their path, and how much that happens for me in real life. Now I get back on my path, but I will step aside so others can, walk a path that they're on, as a kindness or a courtesy or as a support or as a minister. That's where I see myself. And when you get to center, it's about receiving the love, the message, the idea of what it is you're here to express. What's your power, And as I was walking back, I noticed, because I was like halfway in the middle of it, that there was no one coming in now as I was walking back. So we all got to be very much intentionally on our own paths. There was no need to step aside for another. We were able to be on our own paths. And so what came to me as you were reading that was, once we're centered, we're not in anybody else's path this way. Right? Like once I was centered, I wasn't in the way of anyone else. I didn't need to step aside. I could just stay on my path at my pace, and so could they. So it just came up for me, and that was part of my reflection yesterday, knowing that awareness that we're all on it. We're just walking each other home. Yeah, we're all on that path. Yeah.
What comes to me when you say that, Jeannie, is the fact that I focus a lot of being in the flow. And you can only be in the flow if you're centered.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, that's the perfect example of it. Once you were centered, everybody was in the flow. No one was interrupting or disrupting. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the flow, that's a perfect way to say it, because we were just, then everybody was just moving.
Yeah. And you know, I was thinking about when you were reading that passage as well too, that we all have one thing in common, the same tool for centering, and that's our breath. Because what do we do when it's time to release? We take a deep breath and release.
Yeah.
When we go to center, we take a deep breath, and that brings us right into the center of our being. That brings our consciousness there as well too. Yeah. So it's not difficult.
No.
To do it. The difficulty is in remembering it and thinking of it. You know.
And I think one of the biggest things with centering, like you're saying, it's not difficult to do it. No. But how many times have I known that's what I need to do, and I went, but I got to do this first, and I got to do this, and like if I just center, I know things will, like, I will gain time.
I know, right?
I will gain time if I center myself. This is not, manifestation magic or anything. This is like reality. When I'm not running, there's more time. Because I'm not making mistakes. I am very aware and present and stuff. However, I don't want to. I don't want to center when I'm trying to get things done, because my ego, my mind, my self-determination says, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. When you get it done, then you can relax and center yourself. You can get back to your whole ideas. Like, no, that's not how it works. And I know that. So yeah, sometimes it can be very busy up here. Very busy.
So funny. And I love your glasses, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Don't these look like the ones you had when you pretended to be me?
Yes, they do. Is that what she was trying to do? That's so cute.
That's when you said I liked them. I said I knew you would.
I'm having a hard time staying focused and centered because I'm like watching her glasses, just like those are so cool. Wait, what's she saying? What's she talking about?
That's how I get Michelle. I just put shiny things on. And,
Oh my gosh. No, but I agree with that. And I know also that if I am disciplined and get up in the morning with intention and do my morning meditations and my mindfulness practices that I have worked I've created, and I love them. I love to do them. If I do that, the day is so different compared to a day when I don't. It's palatable. Like you can feel it, like almost like this is not the same day as when when I've been intentional with my morning and done my centering and my connecting. The day just runs crazy. And then somewhere in the middle of the day, I'll go, oh, I didn't do whatever. If I could just stop and take some breaths and get myself centered. And that's hard to do once the day has already begun. So I think it's so important that, yes, in this moment, I'm fully present, like the card says, but maybe start the first moment that way, and it's going to help the rest of the day. It's kind of like the way you wake up affects the whole day, as far as that's the same with diet. You get up, if you go straight to coffee or you go get water, that's going to affect your metabolism for the day. Do you eat protein in your first meal, or you're going to go get a bowl of cereal? Like all of that affects everything. The cravings you have all day, how your metabolism is running all day, all of that. Same thing with our mind and how we are operating this human system. The same thing. If we can wake up, now I'm not perfect at this, but I'm working on that because I know the difference between when I'm fully present and when I'm not.
Right.
And I have a lot to do, just like you and you. Like we have, and all of you, we have a lot to do. There's a lot, and none of what I do, I don't like. I like everything I'm doing. So it's really hard to be like, oh, I want to play in the concert stuff. I want to go over here and play in my books. I want to play in the music I've got, and I want to play. So like I want to like do all of this stuff.
Right.
And so it's not like I have and a lot of us have things that we don't want to do too. So like, it doesn't matter what the things are. Are you present or not? How did you start your day? Where's your mindfulness? Where's your mindset at? If that's in check, whether it's a day full of things you love to do or a day that maybe is maybe not your favorite list of things on the to-do list, you will still move through that so smoothly. You will have more time to get it all done. It's crazy.
I love the more time thing, because I have noticed it.
Yeah.
On the drive here, Dakota and I were talking about different things that we want to experience in our lives together, both as a couple and as a company. We, Soulfire Vibe. And some of the things that I'm like, I want to be a facilitator in labyrinth work. I want to be a firewalk facilitator. Like, my job is getting in the way of the stuff I want to do. I need to become rich. I need to go to these facilitator classes, and some of I want to go to Paris at the Chartres Cathedral and get my labyrinth training. Just to say one or two things. So, firewalking, there's a couple of different places to go to be trained for that. But one of them was in Costa Rica, sure, let's go. So, you know what I mean? Like, there are so many ideas, so many things, so many dreams, So those things are up there, they're playing in my mind, and how do I get there? Well, in this moment, I'm going to be fully present. Yeah, because that is when you're aware of the universe moving towards you. Like when the universe just randomly throws a person in that can help you with things. When the universe...
how usual.
How usual. Yes.
Surprise, or somebody just
Surprise.
magically showed up with what I needed.
Yes.
Out of wonder. That comes from that getting yourself fully present when you're in line with everything and you become a magnet.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. That's so cool. I want to hog the mic, so if you can just grab it.
Like, get the word in edgewise or
I gotta tell you, you two are going so fast, I'm like, wow.
Sorry.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of a more lower key caller. Even when I sing, I tend to sing the lower parts.
Thank you, sir.
And can I say a quick plug again for the concert, because Deborah has we call her the Velvet Voice. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And we had this song that we, as the group, we have several collected songs that we are all singing on, and so
even me.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
So cool. She does such a good job. But Deb does the first line of the one song, and at the end of that line, she goes low, and we ran the song like 3 or 4 times, and every time I'm gonna get chills just thinking about it. I got chills from her. For the tone that she hits in with her voice, I was like, "Woo! You just got me!" And then,
I know, I got it too. I love that song.
I'm just saying. I know a lot of you have heard Deborah sing, but if you haven't, that's a reason number 800.
Yes, there's many reasons to attend.
I know. I just had to plug in.
Yes.
Well, I just would like to say about the concert. This is a new experience for me. And I think probably you too, because it's going to be experiential.
Yeah.
And it's going to be intimate. At the same time, I'm expecting and intending myself to really go through a journey of an experience because of the performers and the music that we're doing and the way that we've brought it all together.
Oh.
It's amazing. When we begin to rehearse together, all of us, we spend more time talking and laughing and connecting than we do singing.
That is true. Thank God for Marcy. She keeps us on track.
Yes.
Which Marcy always says, really? People think that? I'm the one. That's what's awesome.
So it's going to be very exciting. But I also wanted to say that there was talk about dreams and things wanting to experience in our group together, all of us. And there's talk of retreats.
Yes, retreats. Yeah.
And many other opportunities of coming together and experiencing love and growing together.
Thank you.
True, you're amazing.
He's wonderful.
Yes,
That's
thank
such a
you.
nice job.
He is. I'm sure you've mentioned it before, but the family of the Davis Izuku is pretty amazing, and they do really good work for supporting the ministry.
Yeah,
Thank
yes.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
And thank you, Lyric, although I know you're not watching, but thank you.
Yes.
But
I know you're not watching.
I know you're not watching. I just said
I want to get back to our subject though today.
Oh, yeah. To be fully present.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I want
yeah.
to say something. We said it to the two kids, our original
Our
original
OG.
sound tech guy turns 18 tomorrow, Mr. Trey Davis. 18
Oh,
tomorrow.
happy birthday.
Just so you know, he's
Cinco
too big
de
for
Mo.
us now. He's too big.
Cinco de Mo.
Cinco de Mo.
Yeah.
That's an inside joke, but it's okay.
Cinco de Mo turns 18.
He turns 18. So
Yes.
anyway, happy birthday, Trey.
Happy birthday, Trey.
Time moves on.
Okay, go back to the subject now.
What was I going to say?
You were talking about
Dreams.
Actually, what came to my mind when you were talking about all those thoughts that go through your head all the time, and how do you, I'm going to ask you the question first, how do you put yourself in the place to slow them down, to observe, not judge, but to observe them and go, okay, that's an important thought. That one may not be so important. It's kind of taking up space, And how do you then move into that place of being centered?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. My in best year yet, the first month we do a heart map, and on that board, all of these things are already on it. So then she gives us a matrix form, right? So each month, the 8 areas of life, we write down what's one step I can do towards this goal. And then recently she asked us to put our big, hairy, audacious goal on there, And I think I shared this, but I'll share it again. Mine is to be a TEDx speaker. And so I have worked on little things like making an outline. What would I speak about? If somebody said, hey, Jeannie, we've got 8 minutes. I need you. What are you talking about? So that is, for me, a way that I break things down. I write them down. Like if something is running around up here, instead of giving it all the time up here, because sometimes there's a traffic jam. Right? Like there's a lot happening. So I take it, I put it on paper, and I let it go. I let it go because I need to be fully present in whatever moment. Right? There's no place to be entertaining every little spot. So we have a whiteboard in the house. I walk around with notebooks. If I can't and I'm driving, record button. I get it out. I don't let it stay there to muck up the superhighway of the divine, because I know that when I'm open to receive, things are coming. And if there's too much crap in there, that crap is a spiritual term. If there's too much of it in there, I'm not going to hear the divine's calling for what my next step is. So yeah, I write it down.
I wanted to make sure that
I do pick you up.
Yes.
I wanted to ask that because I knew you would have a pattern that you use, because if we were to use labels, and I'm not always comfortable with labels, however, to be understood what I'm going to say, I'm going to use them right now. I would be considered living in a household of neurodivergent people and I'm neurotypical. And to view this as an observer and recognizing how many people around me in this lifetime now have all these thoughts going through their minds all the time. And I'm watching that and going, wow, how do you deal with that? How do you live with that? Because honestly, I don't have that. I don't have all those. It's become over time much easier for me to quiet my mind and to be in stillness and be centered and quiet. And I don't do it all the time. Just like you said, I don't do it all the time. It just amazes me to be surrounded, what feels like being surrounded by all these people who have all these amazing creative ideas going all the time that it almost drives them crazy at times.
Yes.
Keeps them up at night.
Yeah.
You know, and watching people get so obsessive, compulsive about certain things and going, there's plenty of people who need and are seeking ways to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And there are multiple ways to deal with it. However, my feeling and my belief is, unless it really is centered spiritually, it's a temporary band-aid. And because of the work that you two are doing in particular, this is not a temporary band-aid. This is a lifestyle of being connected to your core, which is really what that's the key that we're all looking for.
Right. I agree.
You know, so as I had to ask you that question because I knew you would have, you know, and so I turned to you because I know you also have, maybe to not that extreme, but you also have that. You and I have been together for a very long time, and there's been times when I've been overwhelmed with all of these brilliant ideas and things that come up, and I'm like, whoa, slow down. Can we take one at a time and focus on that, you know? So Michelle, how do you work with this?
So I am kind of similar to Jeannie. I'm hyper creative, and I get ideas constantly, and it will make you crazy. It can make you nuts because I want to do all the things that I, you know, and that's not, I'm one person, so I don't know why God didn't make me 3 people, but I should have been 3 people. Sometimes I think, okay, this is ridiculous. But one of the things I do, if I get my morning practice done, because it's in my morning routine, that practice I've created for myself, part of for this reason, is I do have the 8 areas of life. And I do have an ongoing list in all 8 areas of life that I have sat and meditated on what it looks like for me to reach the goals I want in those 8 areas of life, and what things I think belong in there, like what steps I need to do, right? So they're on paper. So then I print that out, all that information, and they're on paper. And so I don't know if you've ever come home true and see, I usually just grab it and put it away before anybody sees it, but I'll put it out on the island in the kitchen, all the papers. And then I'll say, what will I do today? What am I focused on today? And I'll look through them all, and a lot of them are like, they just don't speak to me. It's this one and this one and this one. And then I will take them, put the rest all away, and I'll time block what area gets me today. And if I'm working on like some things are coming up so that they're automatically like, oh yeah, it's this one. Oh yeah, it's this one. Oh, I really want to play in this, but I can't. That's not going to make the list today. You know what I mean? But I know, and I'm comforted knowing that everything is there. I also don't try to keep all that stuff up here. I do try to dump my brain in my morning practice, whatever I'm thinking about, whatever ideas, because it's hard to meditate if I've got a whole bunch of stuff up there. So I try to dump all of that before my mindfulness meditation stuff. And if anything's on there that isn't on those papers, I go and populate to the right paper. And then that's kind of what I do to keep myself in check, because I do want to do everything. I could never sleep and still probably not get everything done. And
so this is really brilliant, because it shows that as the patterns are similar, they're still different, because my belief is to be really centered in the moment, is to realize that there is a way that works for me individually. And there's a way for each of us that works individually. And we can look at other people's patterns and go, yeah, that works, that part doesn't. So I'm gonna tweak this a little bit and make it do this for me because this is what I know I can do. But it takes being really focused and centered in that moment to recognize this is the experience of the expression that I'm having as Deborah. And while we are all having the same expressions, we are all having our unique expression, and my uniqueness is the way that I get this done. And I think it's so important to share that because then other people can hear that.
Right.
And then go, oh yeah, I never thought of that. That might work for me. Or no, that's not for me.
Yeah.
That's not for me.
I think we know, like, as soon as someone says something, you're like,
Oh, that would do it.
I'm grabbing that.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing that. I want to take that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you do. There's something in you that will automatically align or be like, oh, that's cool. But I'm not doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Mhm.
yeah. And the goal is to be centered. The goal is to
Absolutely.
Right.
get myself into a place of centered and an alignment of what I overall want to have.
Yeah.
You know, and trust that my intuition, my inner guidance knows what things I need to work on today, because I can get a little, if I don't do that practice, I can get a little panicky and a little anxious because I feel like I've got a lot to do and that goal isn't done. And if that doesn't get done, then this doesn't happen. It's like, no, stop that. You could do what you're told to do today.
Right.
What you know to do today, you're not late, you're not behind, it doesn't matter. Do what you know to do today. And that helps me to kind of stay in that present moment grounded feeling to where I can move forward. And if I don't do that, those days are really hard because I can get myself really anxious. And that's when I'm kind of like, then you're just spinning and you're just trying to grab all the balls that are dropping everywhere and you're trying to do all the things. Mm-hmm. And my mind, if I'm lucky, will say, hey, you didn't get present today. You didn't do your morning thing. Let's take a minute. Sometimes I'll go a couple of days and go, what are you doing? You haven't done your morning practice for 2 days. What are you doing? Right. Oh yeah, right. You know, so it's not a perfect, it's just as I remember and I give myself grace. I don't get upset if I haven't done it. I just go, oh, there you go. That's why it feels like this, you know.
I think that's where, God bless Dr. Martha Creek, self-compassion comes in.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Having that self-compassion when we don't do life the way we want to. Not because you want me to do it that way or whatever, but like, I want to have such and such experience. I want to be such and such way. And when I don't live up to my own expectations of what I want to be in the world, that's when I need to have self-compassion, you know. And there are times because I didn't take the time to get centered, and I have always been known as a bull in a china shop. Like, even prior to sobriety, I was the girl with, I've got an idea, and I went and did it, which wasn't always good. You know, thank God I got sober. And, you know, I was not a bar stool drunk. You know, there was people all that sit in the bar stool and are like, I was the girl that said, let's go on a cruise, and then I'm booking the tickets. And this is before, you know, cell phones and stuff. I had dial-up at the time. So anyway, I digress. So see, that's how my brain works like that. Just pictures come in and say, oh, here's something amazing for you. I have always been a writer. I have journaled, listed. I remember being 35 and sitting outside somewhere I needed to be and writing a list of things I wanted to do that year, you know. And one of them was to be on stage, and one of them was to do stand-up comedy. And like, I had these lists, right? And by the end of that year, I had accomplished them. And I found that list later, and I mean much later, like 10 years later. And I was like, wow, I did it, you know? And that's the thing for me, it's about, if I don't write it down, then it might not happen. People will forget about it, right? And I have some amazing ideas. So I don't want to forget things. So that's why I write it down. That's why I put it on the list. And when you were talking about the brain dump, I was like, if you've never had a chance to go through Artist's Way, I highly recommend that book, because the first idea is 3 pages of brain dump, morning pages, right? Just whatever, just get it out. And my morning pages are just really weird. It would be like, and the cat just walked by and I probably should have eggs, and just random thoughts that go through your head. But it's a way, everybody needs to clean up after themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we do in our brain, right? We clean up our brain. We let that stuff go. Yeah. And if it's meant to be there and you write it down, you'll find it again. Yeah. And if not, you won't. It's, and it's fine. Exactly. Now you have self-compassion. Right. Exactly. Right? I invented coffee bags when I was 17 years old, but I didn't write it down.
Oh, Mo.
Oh, Mo. Oh, Mo.
Oh, Mo. Oh my God. Yeah, and the brain is just not meant to be all these things. It's meant to be present.
Right. It's not a storage container.
It's not a storage container. It's not your calendar. It's not your to-do list. It's not your reminder. It's supposed to be in this moment. But if it's expected to hang on to all this stuff, you can't do the job of being present. Mm-hmm. And then you just are displaced, right? You're not in this moment. So if you're feeling that way, the brain, I'm just writing it all out as whatever is coming or whatever's running around up there till there's nothing left. I mean, just try that one time if you've never done that. The way it feels, the way the brain just like spreads out,
and not so just good. The brain, your body will feel that release as well. If you are walking around carrying ideas and to-do lists and things that you have to participate in and your calendar, like you said, right? You just feel that, right? Yeah. Like the shoulders come up to your ears, your jewelry's not going to look good. I just thought about that. Like I'm crunching my ears right there, and like it's all there. And when you get it out, now I can be fully present and my shoulders drop. And my chin is not, and my back isn't, and I can just be like,
and your scalp. Have you ever had anybody say that? Somebody said one time that right now just feel what your scalp's doing and then try to relax it. And it's weird, like, I didn't realize I was like tensing up my scalp. Wow. And they say that can cause baldness. So I'm like, okay, every day I'm going to be practice.
Yeah, I don't want to be bald.
Yeah, relax my scalp.
Though I do have a good bald head. I'm fine with that. But, I don't want to lose it to stress.
No, we like the pink hair. I'm glad it's back.
Glad the pink hair is back.
I love it. Deb and I have a song that's really a good song for being in the present moment.
Oh my goodness, I would love to hear that. I would.
All right.
Did that feel rehearsed?
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
We're never rehearsed. I do want to say that Anne is watching. And
Anne, hi.
So
we miss you.
We miss you. We love you.
Yes.
We're sending you lots of healing love.
Lots of love. So I hope this works with this. I don't know if it's going to be loud enough. And of course, I can't make it.
I can find out.
Evie's going to check.
Yeah,
check one.
I can hold it up to my Can you hear it? Yeah? Oh, good. This is In the Land of I Am by Ricky Byers, done the sister's way.
In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, I am more than I will be, I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am.
And the souls of all my great-grandmothers, and the dreams of all my great-grandfathers, and the way to rise beyond the pain, oh, live, live in me.
In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am.
And the smiles of all the unborn children, and the dreams of a better day to come in, and the dance of heaven with the earth, oh, live, live in me.
In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. Been right and disgraced, abused and displaced. Been right and disgraced, abused and displaced. Been lied to,
The lies can be seen through in the land. You can't fall from grace in the land. You cannot be heard in the land. There's more than enough in the land. Always at home, always at home, always at home, always at home.
in the land of I am.
Always
In the land of I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am.
and the souls of all my great-grandmothers, and the dreams of all my great-grandfathers, and the way to rise beyond the pain, oh, live, live in me.
In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. In the land of I am.
More that I have been, I am. More that I will be, I am. All that I am. In the mountain, I am. More that I have been, I am. More that I will be, I am. All that I am.
Yay! Thanks for letting me play along.
That's a great sing-along. That's a great
Love
sing-along.
it. Yes, awesome.
That will just be one of the many
Oh,
songs.
Yes.
I
yes.
was counting, and there's about 20 songs that are going to be done that night.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
that's-
it's going to be lots of music.
And that means at least 20 jokes.
yes, because she's doing the MC,
She's
so
our
you know it's going to be wild.
extraordinaire.
Yes. So awesome. All right. You're gonna pray us out, right? All right.
Oh, I want a little louder. Yeah, I love that thing. Oh, just breathe that in. And release. Recognizing there is one power, one presence, one life, one divine energy. It is love. It is power. It is joy. It is peace. Each one of us, in our own unique, special way, is a manifestation of the one. We are that love, that joy, that peace. We are all there is, manifesting uniquely as ourselves. And from my place of knowing who and whose I am, from my truth, I speak my word into the law for myself, for everyone listening to my voice and beyond. Knowing that as we allow ourselves to live from our truth, as we recognize that truth is who and what we are, we receive what is ours to receive. We stay present. We are in the moment, in the flow, moving, breathing, having this human experience. We are divinely guided in those moments, truly blessed. We are whole, perfect, and complete. And I'm so grateful for this truth. I'm so grateful for this moment and for being fully present in it. So I let it go, know and trust that it is already done perfectly in the mind of God. And together we sing.
And so it is. Thank you. How can we support you?
Oh,
Thanks for asking.
that's a good question.
That is
That's
an
a very
absolutely good question. Well, today's answer might be a little different.
Oh.
You can support us by coming to our concert, Megan.
I know, because we really want you all to be
We
there.
want you to
I
be
know
there.
how amazing it's going to
And
be.
I just want you to know, if you are a spiritual church club partner and you haven't been in person here, but you live in Phoenix, please know you have a seat available to you. Okay, so just let us know you're coming. That's all we need from you. So the seat is available to you. It is free because you are our spiritual church club partner. Now, if you're asking, how did these people rate? How did they get in for free? Let me tell you.
Tell them, sister.
Spiritual church club partners are people that participate in supporting our ministry financially every month with a $45 for a single person or $75 for a couple or family. So if you are part of us as a partner, you attend our events, which will be lots more,
They're coming.
for free. Any class that Michelle or I do for free. And you get, wait a minute,
I know. Much
shot. You get our mug, you get a charm. There's lots of things. And eventually,
Not just any charm, it's a
No,
sofa
it's a
charm.
sofa charm.
I mean, it's so cute.
Yes.
So,
so that is how you can support us financially and attend these amazing events because they're just getting better.
just getting
They're
started.
just
really.
getting
They're just
started.
Getting started. So
And
much.
so we'd like to invite you to become a spiritual church club partner if you feel that that is something for you because you have been enriched by your experience on the sofa.
Right.
The other way you can support us, say you're on social media, because if you're watching us, we know you are.
Oh,
Please like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Join us on our Facebook group and become a member of our Facebook group, where you will see our events and funny memes and my partner's wonderful videos of us and just the different things there. So that's another way that you can
and
support
that's
us.
called Sofa Sundays.
Sofa
On
Sundays.
Facebook, Sofa Sundays.
It's a group.
It's
so,
a group,
Yeah,
yes.
it's a group, not a page.
We do have an Instagram page also, Sofa Sundays, but we do tend to do more in that group environment.
Right.
But yeah, so that supports us too, because we do want to get the word out that we are here. We are here broadcasting in person. We want to share this knowledge, these ideas and stuff with everyone, so that it doesn't matter what your religion is. We're not trying to make anybody a religious scientist off the sofa here. We're just trying to share what we do to create a life we love.
And
So
we
that
want to
all
bring
do
you
the
into
same thing.
community.
And we want to have that. That's what a life we love involves community.
Yes.
Involves people, our tribe. And we want you to be part of it. So if you're looking for that, we're here. So like, subscribe, send it out, come here with your friends. Let's just make this community grow.
Yes.
Because
I love
she
it.
wants her own labyrinth. So
I do.
we need to get
I do
bigger
have my own
buildings, have a
labyrinth.
labyrinth.
I do.
Yeah, so we need your help to do that.
All right. So,
Any last words from
any
you,
last words?
Miss Deborah?
we're like,
I love you both.
love you
so
too.
much, so much.
you.
We've been through a lot together,
Yes, we have.
and we have a lot more to go through.
Amen,
So
sister.
thank you very much for inviting me again.
Absolutely.
Yes, come to the concert.
Yes, come to our concert. Now remember,
Excited.
let's give
Very
another
chill.
plug to Cerise Trone.
Yes.
Oh,
Her
yes.
concert is today at 4 p.m. New Vision Center. And if you attend, you'll get a ticket. And we are giving, Evie, Sofa Sundays, we are giving 4 more tickets to the concert away. So there will be 6 top tickets out there, ups for grabs. So
And Cerise, we got lucky that she actually shared some of the songs with us.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Right.
Oh,
So
you will not be
powerful.
disappointed.
No, powerful stuff.
No.
And everyone who attends gets a
so
copy
if you
of the CD.
if you can't make hers, come to our show because you're going to hear.
She's
her new
there
songs.
again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we're very blessed. Actually, most of our musicians have been working their little tails off the
they're
last
all
month.
out there
So
doing their thing.
I just want to say thank you, Cerise. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Jennifer and Deb and Michelle, for giving of this gift of community one more time in one more arena. We are so blessed.
We are so
Yes.
blessed. Very grateful. So we'll see you all next week, but hopefully we'll see you.
We'll see you
tonight.
today. Every 4 days.
Yeah.
4 days. 4 days.
That's what we want. We want these kinds of events all the time. Let's do it.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.